everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nerdable Podcast. Abel here, along with my co-host David, and today we are bringing you the average Pokemon news, Funko news, some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. David got some good pickups, and so just a warning today. I'm in a bad mood, and so David already has heard me rant for like 30 minutes, and so I'm not sure how positive this podcast is going to be, especially when we talk about some of the Funko Pops that I saw online. So, David, let's talk about what you recently picked up and what you just got, some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
So I recently just pulled I just got the Ghost of the Past box. I ordered 10 in total, 5 from Yu-Go Black Market and the other 5 from Simply Unlucky. And I'm waiting for Simply Unlucky's to get here, but I just got I got the ones from like Yu-Go Black Market finally. So there's 5 in here, and then I'm hoping to do a video and unboxing and see if I pull like I really want Ghost Rare Dark Magician, but I think the pull ratio right now is like 1 in 10 boxes or 1 in 15. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get them. Such a hard.
Godly, I hate that. It's like just cards, they stress me out. Like I'm telling you, like about my like Pokemon Steel product, I'm still like, fuck, what do I do? I don't know if I should open it or not. Now it's still closed. So
my friend got his in today and he opened 5 boxes and he said that he didn't pull. He's like, no, I didn't get a single Ghost Rare, man. I was like, yeah, I mean it's a hard pull. He's like, yeah, I didn't get nothing. I was like, He's like, I'm gonna buy more though. I was like, all right, well, let me know if you pull anything.
That's how they get us, because you chase after that card or cards.
It's gonna be like I think it's gonna be like Ghost. I think it's gonna be like Rage of Raw, where like everybody spends a lot of money on that one card.
Yeah, single cards are making lots of money now in all collection, like all kind of collectibles, like in general. Like last time we didn't talk about it, but like our Target, I don't know if it's just like our Target or a bunch of Targets are like going to now go to like only releasing new Pokemon products like Fridays at 8 a.m. and it's like first come, first serve. I haven't read more into it, but I just that day I think I tagged you or I sent you a photo. And then this Friday I wanted to go just like to be a part of the like crowd and like record the madness, you know, for the YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm getting my COVID shot, bro. So Friday morning I might not be fully alive. So I might just be like, I don't know. And I'm such an exaggerator too. Like if I like stub my toe, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm dying. Like I'm just like a little bitch. Like I don't know. I'm just that person.
So whenever I had mine, I was like, oh, I'm dying. This is it. But
yeah,
it probably wasn't that bad.
I exaggerate to the fucking fullest all the time. I'm just such a, I don't know, I'm problematic. So recently, this past week, since the last time we talked, I actually haven't got any Funkos in the mail. It's kind of annoying now that I think about it. So I'm like, I don't have any orders out on anything. However, tomorrow I am placing my pre-orders for the entire Godzilla versus Kong pops, like the Funko Pops. They come out, I think, in July, I think. And so I'm ordering half of them from Amazon and half from Entertainment Earth. And I'm pre-ordering them. So I'm going to have that entire collection, hopefully, already.
And how many are those?
Well, like 9 or 10, I think.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I'm ordering the entire collection just because I don't know, I'm sick. I have to have it all. Like I can't just get one. Like I don't even like them all. I feel like if I'm gonna go in, I just need to go all in. And so since the last time we talked, I actually did sell one of my beloved Harry Potter Funko Pops. I sold her because I was like, you know, she's sitting up on my shelf and I'm like, her value hasn't really changed. And I love her, but I have other pops of her. And it's actually my Luna Lovegood from Comic-Con, I think 2017, where she's wearing like the spectacle glasses or whatever they're called. And I sold it for like $140.
Oh, how
So that
much
was cool.
has their value like dramatically gone up from when you first bought it?
Yeah, I bought it for like 70 or 80 maybe.
Gee,
So
the values are like crazy.
yeah, so there's this Harry Potter pop back here, right here, and it's a fairly new one, and it's Molly Weasley with the house. It was like a Comic-Con exclusive, I think this last year, and that one I think I paid like $30 for, and I think it's like triple value. No, it's like 4 times the value right now. I think it's like 100 and something, like 130, I think, or something like that. But I would never sell that one because I just love it. It's like their house, like it's so cool, the detail. But yeah, Luna Lovegood, I was just like, kind of over it. Like I've had her for a long time. And I was kind of sad because I have the entire Harry Potter collection. I'm not missing one pop out of the entire collection of Harry Potter, the Funko series, like not even one.
Mhm.
And so I was kind of hesitant, but I'm like, I let her go. I let her fly off into a better home. So it's okay. I had her. I conquered her. I conquered it. I could say that I had the entire line still. So, but yeah, so no new real pickups for me. Like I said, just I plan to pre-order all of that. And then I want the Selena Funko Pop as well. But I keep missing like like they keep releasing them at the local Hot Topic. And I work like right down the hall from Hot Topic at the mall. However, Hot Topic is so strict, like with their rules, and they're like, you have to be lined up and you have to get a number to come in and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go through that bullshit just for a pop. So
And that's so they're like, okay, here's the line. You have to be here at a certain time.
yeah, and then like I don't know. Just the Hot Topic employees here at this one. I can say this now because I don't work for the company, but I used to work for Box Lunch, which is the same company, and I really don't like their fucking manager. I don't care if she hears this either. I don't like her. So whatever. She's a bitch. And so, anyways, that's why I don't like to give my local Hot Topic money, and I shop online instead. So yeah, if she hears this, it's just too bad. It's just the way the world runs. Yeah, I don't like her at all. I had to used to act like I liked her because we worked for the same company, and now I'm like, fuck her. Anyways, so I guess let's just get started with some Pokemon news. I found quite a bit of interesting stuff. So a couple of them has to do with like Japan. Like they're such lucky bastards over there. They get some cool stuff. So there's going to be a Pokemon like live museum with like Pokemon fossils, and they're going to like actual like quote unquote real Pokemon fossils. I don't know how that happens, but and they're going to like compare them to like how dinos like next to like dinosaur fossils, and it's going to be like a Pokemon museum, like all that'd be weird. It's like a Pikachu fossil, you know what I mean? Like, and it's going to be in Japan, and it's like going to be traveling. It's going to be a traveling museum that goes all over Japan. So I wish we had that in America. I'm jealous because I would like to see, like, imagine like a Charizard fucking fossil. Like, how amazing.
I mean, I know they were gonna do. So I think what they're doing is, so I was watching the Pokemon Journey animes because I was like, I want to watch this. They have something similar to that in the anime. So it's like a kind of like this weird amusement park type thing. And so like they're like Ash and like the other character is like they're like digging and they find fossils and stuff, and then they take it to like this part, and then they kind of like bring it back to life and stuff. So I think they're trying to go for something kind of like that. But
Well, I remember like back in the day, like the rollback Pokemon, like you used to get like who was it? Almastar and Kabuto, or what's that saying? Kabuto.
yeah, Kabuto.
Yeah, you used to get like their fossil, and then you would like drop it off, and like the researchers or whatever like would do whatever like with their magic, and then you get these Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, dude, now thinking about it, I'm like, dude, Pokemon was ahead of the time. Like they were bringing fossils back to life like in the 90s. What the hell? I never even thought about that.
We can't even do it now. It's like, why can't we do that?
Yeah, so That would actually be pretty cool. But it's gonna be like I said, Pokemon fossils, and they're going to be comparing them to like similar dinosaur animals, like whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool news to like an article that I read. So
I wish we had that.
yeah, and so speaking of Pokemon in Japan, Sega has unveiled a new Pokemon game called Pokemon. I'm gonna butcher this, like call Colo Colo Giggling. Gaggling. I don't know. It's basically a new metal game. It's like it says a new metal game which will have cabinets set up in arcades across Japan. If you're unaware, metal games are essentially like those coin pushing things here that we have in the United States. So it's like you put a coin in and it like pushes, like, you know, you put a quarter in and like it pushes the money up and like money falls out or whatever you win
Oh yeah.
prize is. So basically they're gonna have one, but it's gonna be like a Pokemon game, like different prizes of Pokemon and stuff in it.
Dang.
And that's a Sega, the company is making that, and that will be in Japan only.
Japan
So
gets everything cool. They even had, I remember seeing not too long ago, they had these kind of like machines like that too. You would put like quarters in or whatever their currency is, and then you would get like these cool metal like Pokemon things, like different colors. And Japan gets everything. We're way behind when it comes to Pokemon. They just like beat us.
yeah, and a lot of stuff is like, because the culture there is so different, like only for Japan. Like, you know, like arcades, I'm like, we don't do that in America anymore. Like that's no. And I guess people in Japan still do that. So I'm like, more power to them, because I wouldn't go to an arcade. I really don't think there's arcades open here. I don't think.
There were some in Dallas. I remember I went when I was in Dallas for a little while. There was a super neat arcade. It had all the old school games. It was super fun. You would like pay like $5. You can play any game you wanted. They were all free to play. Um,
Wow.
and it was like in a brewery, so it was really neat. It was
I
super
think the
cool.
closest
Loved
thing
it.
to an arcade here is like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, pretty
You know,
much.
and our Dave and Buster's sucks. Like I lived in Houston for a long time, and like a year or whatever, but my Dave and Buster's there was 2 stories, and so like the top floor had a bowling alley, and then
Mhm.
downstairs was like this huge like gaming room, and then they had the restaurant like in another separate like back room building. So it was real cool. Like the gaming room was like in the middle of that Dave and Buster's was like a big bar, and like a bar so you could order drinks and stuff. And then all around that was like different game, like arcade games and stuff. So when ours opened here where we live, I was like, well, this is shit, because I was so spoiled over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think that's probably the closest thing we have to an arcade, but I think that'd be cool to like have like a machine like with like Pokemon stuff. You know what I mean? Like that'd be kind of cool. Like I do love those coin machines though. Like every time I go to like a restaurant or something and they have them, I'm like that person that spends like $10 to win like $1.
it's like, oh,
But
I love them. But
it's just because I like gambling. Have a problem. So anyway, if we want to talk about that, so let's talk about Pokemon Go. Some people are upset with Pokemon Go because Team Rocket has been missing from the game for a while. I
yeah,
guess they took it off because they took Team Rocket feature off because it was causing glitches in the game, and games were freezing, and it was just a bunch of problems. And so they were going to like take it off temporarily, I guess, so they can update the game and fix it, whatever glitches. And I guess it's been some time, because there's whole articles about this, that people are upset because a lot of Team Rocket, I guess, in Pokemon Go, you probably would know better than I do because I don't play really anymore. I guess they offer like certain Pokemon, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, I don't know, what is it that they do like that's so
so
special?
like Team Goat Rocket has like they have like leaders and like sometimes leaders have good Pokemon, especially if you're trying to find Giovanni. He has like all the legendary Pokemon, like in Shadow version. Like I don't know if you ever played do you remember Pokemon, is it Pokemon Coliseum, I think? Um you know how you played that one character and he had that weird sleeve thing and he could capture shadow Pokemon?
Okay,
Because they were
I don't think I
technically
played that.
okay. Well, there was a game where this guy like would like make Pokemon evil, and so they had a shadow aura, and so they put that into Pokemon Go, and so Giovanni has all legendary Pokemon shadows, and then he just you can purify them and make them good again and all that stuff. Well, if Giovanni's gone from the game, it's kind of hard to get those same Pokemon. A lot of them are really good, so people are probably mad about that part.
Okay, yeah, like, I read about it and people were like real upset. I'm like, calm down. It's a game. And people, I mean, also from what I understood, Niantic said that it's not something like they were taking away permanently. They're just trying to fix the glitch. And so I rather them try. I rather like if I was playing still, I'd rather them like take it away temporarily so I could fix it than having my phone crash every time I try to play it. That is so annoying. You know what I mean? Whenever you try to do something and then like it shuts down your phone, nothing more pisses me off in this world than a lagging phone. Man, I'm cranky today. Good Lord Jesus. Okay.
Whenever I got my new phone, I had to be like, because my old phone always crashed when it came to Pokemon Go, and this phone like doesn't. I was like, thank God, this is all I wanted in life.
Yeah, I would be upset. It's like because I have iPhone. I don't know if you have Android iPhone, but I have an iPhone, and iPhone, they really screw you over because every time there's a new phone, for some strange reason, your model of the phone just starts to fuck up when a new phone's getting released. I'm like, you assholes. They just want me to buy a new phone. I refuse. So last Pokemon news that I have for you guys are just 10 fun, kind of weird Pokemon rumors that are rumored to happen or in 2021 this year, as far as what we can expect. And I have an article pulled up that I have to read. So, as everyone knows, this year is like the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. Everything Pokemon is insane at the moment. It's like at an all-time high that it's been in years. And we talked about it. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, the new games that were released or going to be released. I'm sorry. But there are 10 specific rumors that I want to talk about. The 10th one, we're going to start with number 10. Pokemon Go new generation 6 and 7. So that there's been leaks that Pokemon from generation 6 7 could be added throughout 2021. So I guess is it only up to generation 5 right now?
5, yeah. In Pokemon Go, it's only up to 5 right now.
Okay. So yeah, there's rumors that generation 6 and 7 are going to slowly be added throughout 2021. So if that happens, what would you be most excited about from that?
6 and 7. What were they? I think that was. I think we're on 8 right now, I believe. I don't think 6 and 7 were really big for me. Like I know my favorite were like 1, 2, and like 4, I think. But let me make Chespin and Fennekin and them. I don't think, and I did not like Generation 7. I'm gonna be straight up. I hated Generation 7. It's dumb.
Okay, so which one is that? I'm looking at it.
Generation 7 was it was Litten, Outlet, and Rowlet, Litten, and Papalian. I think if I didn't mispronounce that name, and they were terrible starters. I did not like that. I did not like the Alolan region. I hated that whole game. That's Sun and Moon.
Yeah, hated Sun and Moon.
Yeah, no.
Like the thought of Sun and Moon pisses me off. I hated it. Like I never even finished it.
No. So I guess I'm not. I guess maybe I would be more excited for 6 because I liked Fennekin. Chespin was probably my least favorite, and then Froakie was close second, but it's like
Fennekin was my favorite.
Yeah, so so probably Fennekin. I'm not too excited for Generation 7, but I stopped paying attention with 7. Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know too many Pokemon in 7. because I think I was just so turned off by the Alolan region.
I think they tried to do like too much, too like way different. Like it was just too much, and it was horrible. Like they got rid of it. Was that's the one that they didn't have gyms, right? They had
No,
trials.
they did not. They did not have gyms. They had trials, so that threw me off.
Like that, stupid. That was so
And
dumb of them.
I think they understood it didn't do too well because in Sword and Shield they were like, okay, back to gyms.
Yeah, that's why I was excited for Sword and Shield. But like again, I said recently in the last podcast, I haven't even played through Sword and Shield. I think I'm only past like maybe the second gym, maybe I don't know. I
think they
just
did recover though. I did like the whole arena thing, and how you can technically pick like a number, and like you could like go into like the music is cool. I don't know. I think they did really good.
I like the graphics for Sword and Shield. They're cool. Gameplay is fun. I don't know. I just got busy. I just don't have time to play Pokemon right now. Like I enjoy like the cards and everything because I like to see the artwork. And I still like Pokemon. It's just like to play the games. I'm like, I can't imagine myself sitting down playing my Switch. Like I'm like, no, I don't have time for that. Especially right now with all the things that I have going on. But as far as Generation 7, Litten was probably my favorite because I did like its evolved form. I think it was Incineroar.
Yeah.
He looked like a badass. He was just like, yes. And then Poplio or whatever. I'm a water Pokemon dude. I love water Pokemon. Okay, like Vaporeon, like, and then Glaceon. I know Glaceon's like ice or whatever, but I just love water Pokemon. They're my favorite. So Poplio or whatever, I wasn't a fan of, but I did like the evolved form Primarina. I don't know. I just thought I say she because it looks like a she. She was so pretty and I loved her. But I always like when I played the game, I played with Litten. So
I know Popleon got a lot of hate. A lot of people didn't like they were like, no. It's I think Rowlet was the favorite in that generation for some reason.
yeah, I've never been like grass type of a person. Like grass and bug. Hate bugs. Never really been a fan of them. So all right, let's move on to the next rumor. So rumor number 9, Pokemon Go may be releasing some new Mega Evolutions. So Mega Evolutions are pretty much well known. Everyone knows about them. If you don't, you're hiding under a rock. They started back in X and Y, and then they were in Sun and Moon, and now I guess they're already in Pokemon Go, but it says that there could be more added. They plan to add more, or could be more this year. So which Mega Evolution is your favorite in Pokemon Go right now, and which ones would you like to see?
Right now, I think I would. Right now, I like Mega Evolution, like Houndoom. That one is really nice. I think they just recently added that one. I don't think it's been in there too long, but that one's my favorite so far. Like, because I love Houndoom's Mega Evolution. He just looks so cool. And then I don't think this one's in the game yet, but I do want Mega Gengar because Mega Gengar looks cool to me.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Mega
Gengar is like
cool.
one of those cool Pokemon. He looks like a badass. Like he just looks like cool. Like the original Gengar too. Like Haunter and Ghastly were like, I don't know, they look like punk teenagers, like annoying. And then Gengar just looks like a thug.
Gengar, Mega Evolution looks kind of interesting. Like he does like a big mouth, and he has like his feet are gone, so he's just like his long arms. I don't know, it's kind of neat. Yeah.
That's cool. Sorry, I just got a text message from my day job. All right, cool. So let's move on to the next rumor for 2021. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go. I don't know how to say this. Gigantamax.
Oh yeah.
It says, I guess it's not in Pokemon Go now, and it's rumored that that is then one of the next features for Pokemon Go.
That'll be interesting. I wonder how they're gonna do that.
how would they display that? Like, I know how they look in the
I'm
game, so how would they display that like on a mobile? You know what I mean?
I'm curious if it'll be the same as Sword and Shield. Like you have to hit a button, and then the like of course come back, go into a giant ball, and then you just chunk him, and then he comes out again. But I wonder how that would go. I wonder how you're gonna put all that animation in because they did it for Sword and Shield. I wonder how you're gonna do all that for a phone. That'll be interesting. I'm curious as to how they'll do that. Huh. I'm eager to see that. There's some good Gigantamax evolutions though. But I feel like if they do that, they're gonna have to put in Generation 8.
Mm. for that to be, I don't know, maybe. All right, number 7 rumor. We're working our way towards number 1. Detective Pikachu 2, the game. Let's see here. I didn't even I feel like a fake fan. I didn't realize, was Detective Pikachu a game already?
I didn't know that. I did. Is that new? I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I mean, maybe I'm just like that lost, but I mean, I never, unless I just didn't make a big deal about it.
It says Detective Pikachu is a huge brand for the Pokemon Company, and a game is making its way to Nintendo Switch. However, it's currently unclear as to what this game currently consists of. And it says that there's a number of theories as to what fans could expect from the title. It's possible that it could be a remake in a similar way to Pokemon Snap. Where's Detective Pikachu? What is that?
Oh, okay. I just found it. Apparently, it is a game. So it came out in, according to this, 2016. So around the same time as the movie, I guess. And then so, I mean, maybe it just. I mean, I think I remember seeing something about it, and then I probably just ignored it because it didn't seem. No, it just didn't recall my eye. I suppose it looks okay. Like, but maybe it's because like those aren't like I did not like the Pokemon Dungeon series. I know a lot of people are like, oh, those are because I had a guy I worked with and he loved the Dungeon series. I didn't like Dungeon. I didn't like Pokemon like the Rangers. I don't play any of those like side games. So
Same.
Pikachu is the same. So I
Yeah.
haven't played it.
Ugh, I feel like a fake fan because I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know Detective Pikachu. I knew the movie, but I didn't know like 2 was like a game. I mean, come on. All right. So with that being said, the next rumor is Detective Pikachu 2, the movie.
Oh, I would
Uh,
watch that. I love the first one.
I was so when okay when I first saw a live Pikachu, like like in the movie, not like obviously not in real life, but like the movie, I wanted to scream and shout and yell
Third eye.
because it was all my childhood dreams were coming true. I was gonna be able to see Squirtle, my favorite Pokemon ever. I love him so much. Besides Eevee, because Eevee's like my absolute favorite. But I was like, oh my God, young me would be probably crying right now. If I was a child, I'd be crying from happiness. And then I watched the movie and I fell asleep during the movie.
Really?
So then I tried to watch it. Like, I bought it on iTunes, so I still have it. I tried to watch it like a second and third time, and I kept falling asleep in the same part. And I don't think I ever finished the movie.
It's so good. It's definitely a plot twist. I won't tell you how it ends because it's very interesting when you find out for itself and you're like, wait, hold on. And when I saw it in theaters and the part where it just like opens up like in like when he goes into the city and like it just like opens up for the first time. That part I just like lost it. I was like, oh my God, this is
Did you
everything I've
see all
ever
the
wanted as a
Pokemon?
kid. Yeah. It's like this is my dream. Like and it just gets better. Like I don't know if you got to the part with Mr. Mime.
I don't think so, you see.
Mr. Mime is hilarious. Like in that movie, they just make him like so hilarious. I love that scene. I was laughing. I was legitimately laughing.
I do, and I'm looking at this image of like Pikachu and the detective hat from the movie, and I'm just like, oh, I love Pikachu. He's so cute. I want him. But yeah, I never watched the movie, so I feel like a fake fan again. But
They made Apon look so ugly though.
let's see. Bulbasaur looks crazy here in this image that they caught him in. Um, So number 5 rumor for 2021 in Pokemon is live action announcements. It says considering the responses of the lead, there are potentially that there actually won't be an announcement for Detective Pikachu 2 because the last rumor was that it wasn't a rumor, it was actually announced that they're currently like writing Detective Pikachu 2. And so if they're barely writing it, they have a long ways to go for it to become a reality, you know. But it says that wow, they could be making a movie of a live action like off of the games Red and Blue.
That'll be interesting. I think Red and Gold and them, like the non-real characters, they're definitely catching wind. A lot of people are kind of getting into them now.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting.
All right, so then moving on, it says another rumor that has begun to circulate is the idea that additional DLC may be brought to Sword and Shield in 2021. Fans speculate that Nintendo may be done with the title for now so that they can focus on other projects such as the Diamond and Pearl remake. Ugh, trash. Theories suggest these titles are straight up visual redesigns as opposed to significant changes for the Nintendo Switch. And it says it's more probable that this DLC may be released in order to continue to get players involved with the newer title. Sword and Shield needs to they need to stop already.
I think it'll be interesting if they're like, let's continue. I don't know what they're gonna do with Sword and Shield. They probably could if they really wanted to, just be like, let's just keep this going forever. But I don't think people would like that.
Yeah. So this third one is going to be interesting. This rumor is, we talk about the Diamond and Pearl, brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes. There's talk that there may be mega evolutions in Diamond and Pearl. Would that interest you in the games?
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the whole point of Diamond and Pearl is like people were asking for Diamond and Pearl to be remade, and Mega Evolutions weren't in Diamond and Pearl yet. So I feel like you would at that point it wouldn't really be a remake anymore, just be a new game. I think it'd kind of be like Black and White 2 when you kind of made a second part of it, you know?
Yeah. That was stupid too. Black and White 2, like why?
Like they should have just done that if that was the case. Like we'll just make Diamond and Pearl 2. Like and then leave it as that.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so number 2 rumor says that there could be a huge E3 display. 2021 has been a big year for Nintendo in general, but with E3 going ahead in June, plenty of big gaming companies are building up presentations after last year's cancellation. Because a lot of people, that's where basically, for you, those of you that don't know, that's where it's kind of like if you're familiar with like the Apple events, like they're talking about all of their new stuff that's coming soon. That's basically, but in the gaming world. So E3, everyone presents like what's new and what's coming. And it says that there have been rumors that suggest Pokemon may make up some of the highlights in Nintendo's display as they continue to showcase mobile updates and other titles being released in 2021 and beyond. Expect the potential for new announcements and further gameplay footage from the new releases that are for later this year and next. So I know that we know about the Arceus game, then we know about the remakes, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that they would announce another game, or do you think that we're just going to get it's a 25th anniversary too? So think about that. Like last year was canceled. It's a 25th anniversary. They've already announced basically these 3 new games because it's going to be Diamond, Pearl, and the Arceus game. Do you think that they'll announce another game?
I think they might, just because there's so they've kind of gone quiet for a bit. If as we've noticed, they did Arceus, they did remakes, then they did the the Post Malone concert, and then they said more to come, and they just completely have gone silent for like since the last few months. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot. There's like Katy Perry stuff's making an appearance, and there's another person. There's like a few artists lined up. So I don't think I wouldn't be surprised if they made another game, or maybe they'll surprise us and they'll just be like Gen 9 and boom, kind of just like figure it out. But
That was shaking me up a little bit.
yeah, they might just like throw it like here's Gen 9. But I'm curious if to Nintendo is gonna be like, let's kind of give them a break, because technically it's still the Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary too, and it's getting overlooked severely. So they might maybe go 360 on us and just do that instead.
What they might do is release new footage that we haven't seen from the Pokemon games to kind of hype up their event for Nintendo, and then focus on Legend of Zelda. You know what I mean? Like catch people's attention with just new footage of the Pokemon games, and then the Nintendo fans will already be there, and boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could see that happening.
I don't know. I'd be pretty excited if they went they just threw us for a loop and released Gen 9.
Yeah, I'd be like, I just love new Pokemon. There's like when I'm opening new Pokemon cards, like when I was it Shining Fate? See, the last two releases of Pokemon cards that I've opened, I'm getting like certain Pokemon. I'm like, I have never seen these Pokemon in my entire life, because I haven't played through my last game. I haven't played through it, like I said. And Sun and Moon, I quit after like I don't even know how long. And so like all these Pokemon are so new to me. And so I just love to like come across new Pokemon. It's fun.
So do I. My
So
favorite part of opening the game.
yeah, this leads to the very last rumor, and there's lots of speculation that Nintendo is going to announce a Nintendo Switch Pro. And they said because of that, and the success of Pokemon's games on the Switch, that they feel that if the Pro is announced, that Pokemon will be one of the first games to announce a new game for the Nintendo Switch Pro.
That'd be interesting. Like if you just put Arceus in the Pro and they're like, okay, Arceus is the first game of Pro, that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, which I would be annoyed because I'm like, well, I have a Switch, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna buy another. Like I've been there, done that. I'm not doing that again.
And the Switch was so hard to get to get your hands on. I can only imagine what the Pro would be like. It'd probably be ridiculous.
Yeah, the Switch, I got mine before like the madness happened. So I think it was like really hard to find once like COVID hit and everybody was starting to get stuck at home. Then it was like you couldn't get it anywhere. I was like, oh, I'll just look on Amazon. No, like it was sold out everywhere. Like nobody had them. And I only know this, like I said, because I was looking for the Switch Lite at the time. And then so luckily I found one at Best Buy locally. So, but yeah, I can imagine if they announced that, what the way things are in the world right now, like collecting and Pokemon the 25th anniversary and new Pokemon games, and like I can imagine how hard it would be to try to get one of those games. Exactly. And then what interests me is this isn't Nintendo related, but Animal Crossing just announced that they are no longer going to be updating their last game. New Horizons will not be getting any more updates. So the last update was kind of like their final update on it. So that makes me wonder if it's because they're developing another game for the Switch Pro.
I think that's too fast. I think I remember like Animal Crossing used to be years between releases.
But this last one did so well because they released it literally like when people like COVID hit and it was like boom, Animal Crossing.
You know, everyone stuck at home. They were like, I'm gonna relive my childhood and get Animal Crossing.
And this was the first Animal Crossing that I played. And so I was obsessed because all the little creatures and all my little penguin friends. And then like I was obsessed, and the graphics on the game are just crazy too. It's just they're beautiful. The gameplay is so smooth. So I guess 1 year would be kind of like crazy, but like I'm saying, I don't know that. I feel like maybe they're developing a game for like not 2021, but like maybe late 2022 or 2023.
That'd be
Like,
interesting. I think I would want it to be pretty different if they're gonna release a game 1 year after, because if not, like, I don't know, I feel like they should have kept the old thing of just keeping it for a few years and then release something.
yeah.
There's only like 4 or 5 Animal Crossing games ever, like, existing.
Yeah, and I feel like with this Animal Crossing game, like I don't know, did you play New Horizons?
I did. Yeah, I played New Horizons. I kind of like got into it pretty deep and I kind of burned myself out because I never went back to it. And then Sun and Moon, no, I'm sorry. Then Shield and Sword dropped and I was like, okay, that's what I need. So I just got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I was like in it. Like I was playing like till like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like I was playing like 13 hours a day. Cause I mean, what else was I gonna do? I was off for work. And like I was like building this mega island. And then I just like my island was perfect. I had all my like ideal villagers, like I had everybody I wanted. And then I was like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? Like I want to wake up and talk to these people every day, like my villagers. Like that's boring. I don't want to pick up the roots every day, like the grass, like ugh. And so it got boring after a while for me. I don't know. Um, yeah, so that is enough of the Pokemon and Nintendo news. Do you have anything at all for Yu-Gi-Oh? I know that you were telling me about like how the prices are changing so like quickly and every day and stuff. And did you
Yeah,
kind
so
of want to?
basically like prices are like, it's kind of like the stock market and I hate it so much because like I know I was building a deck for one of my friends, like a Blackluster Soldier. Like 2 Blackluster Soldier was 25 literally like 2 3 days ago. I just checked right now and it was like at 29. So it's like the stock market, they go up and down and there's just cards to stay away from, especially with PSA not grading right now. It's ridiculous. The market is wild.
Yeah, so it's like there's so many YouTubers that I watch, like PokeTubers they call them, and they're talking about like the stock, like I'm sorry, the like the way PSA stopped grading, and then I think some other companies stopped are also stopping grading, or they've raised their prices, like spiked their prices tremendously.
Yeah,
Um,
because it's gotten kind of out of hand with everybody collecting now. And it just like, let me turn that light. It with everyone like collecting and stuff, it's kind of like made the PSA like overwhelmed. Like they're overworked. They don't have enough people. They've even said it publicly. They said we don't have enough people with all the submissions and like everything going
Also,
on.
like storage space, like I heard
Yeah.
that they literally bought like more, like they've expanded their centers, they've expanded their staff, and they still cannot keep up.
Yeah, rumor had it like I think they released a statement saying they bought another storage space and they're hiring over 300 new employees to compensate for all the submissions. So, that's why they shut down because they're like, of course, we got to get everybody trained and, hire 300 people. Where are you going to get 300 people? You don't get 300 people overnight. So,
I know I have to hire 17 people at my job because I'm in charge of like HR stuff at my job, and 17 people to hire is a pain in the ass. So I can't imagine like, oh, 300. Holy shit, I
yeah.
would die. I would like roll over and die and quit. Uh, yeah, so that I don't even know when they're going to like, I think they said they had given a timeline, but
There's
I
rumors a lot.
when they released the timeline, I was like, that didn't even sound like, I don't think they'll be ready for like a year, maybe. Like, I feel like if you sent a card, good luck, bro, because you're not getting that back anytime soon.
Turnaround's like 2 3 months. Easy.
Yeah, and that's because people are sending basically every card they get right now because
Yeah.
Pokemon is so hot right now. It's like every card, like like the McDonald's releases, like they're sending every single card. I'm like, come on, guys, like, you know what I
Some of them
mean?
should
Like,
not be graded. Some should not be graded. Some you probably could. The prices are definitely ridiculous. I've seen some pretty wild things. Like, and knowing like I do all my research and I see things, I'm like, like people are trying to sell whole like McDonald's collections for like $75 to $100, and it's like, they're never gonna hold that value, unfortunately. It's just
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, like we talked about it briefly last time, is I am like literally afraid for the 25th anniversary like release, like the release of the like actual collection 25th anniversary. Like I am like afraid for that collection to come out because I can't imagine the prices right off the bat, what they're going to be like pre-orders. Like,
But I think it's definitely evening out the market at least, just because I feel like scalpers are sitting on their stuff too long and they're like, okay, I'm not being able to get dramatic value. Because I'm saying now people are being more reasonable with prices. A lot of stuff makes sense. Like I saw here locally, and maybe it's just Corpus in general. Maybe they just have they're more like reasonable. But there was a Gyarados Mega Evolution for 15, and that's like what TCG prices is. And then there's a Lapras and a VMAX Pikachu for 30 for both of them. And that's pretty reasonable. You can probably get more for it, but 30 is pretty reasonable. So I think the market's maybe like evening out. So
yeah. And with my cards that I sell singles, I go by TCG. Like whatever their price is, I just price it for that. I
yeah,
am
TCG
not
is pretty on point.
I am not one of those that's going to be like, okay, it says 20, so I'm going to charge 45. Like people do that shit, and that pisses me off. So I'm
Exactly.
like,
But a
you
lot of
paid.
times, oh, go for it.
Like I understand if you got like, like the rare like Charizard or whatever. It's like, like the Rainbow Pikachu. Okay, like I understand these cards are like rare. Okay, I get it. But for like average like holographic cards or VMAX or GX cards and stuff, I'm like, there's no reason to triple those prices. Like, come on, don't be greedy.
I feel like a lot of people don't look at TCG though. They're just like name a number, like this number.
What I do honestly is I look at TCG or I look at Mercari and I look at this recently sold and I look at the average, like how much their average is. Like I'll see like, okay, like this card was selling for like, like 10 people sold it for like X amount. And I'm like, okay, so that's fair what I'll mark mine at. And that's what I mainly do for my Funko Pops because the Funko app is not accurate. Like the accurate is not, their pricing is like way off. It's like they mark their shit up so high. I'm like, there's no way this pop is worth that much money, bro. Like, no, you're stupid.
I mean, a lot of people don't know TCG exists. A lot of people are like, because when people ask me like, oh, where do you get all your cards from, or how do you build people decks? I'm like, well, use TCG, and people are like, what is that? And I'm like, well, it's a site. Like the information's out there. People just like don't know what's out there, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's move on and kind of end with some Funko news. I don't really have a lot. I really only have one item from the Funko world, and I'm excited about this one. It's actually some new Space Jam 2 Funkos were announced.
Oh,
And
that's
because Space Jam 2 is coming out with LeBron James, the original one for all you generation people in my generation. The original was with Michael Jordan, and that was like a classic movie. And now they're remaking it with Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. And Funko just announced the lineup for their release with that movie. So going to have their 14 pop vinyls, 4 pocket pops, 2 pop t-shirt bundles, new Space Jam Funkoverse expansion pack, and a wave of Funko mystery minis. Let's see. So the Funko vinyls that are coming out are Lola Bunny, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Marvin the Martian, I have to get. Manda from the Goon Squad, Wet and Fire from the Goon Squad, Sylvester and Tweety, have to get. And then this is stupid. LeBron James dribbling, LeBron James leaping, LeBron James 10-inch dribbling, Walmart exclusive, LeBron James pose, Amazon exclusive. Not getting any of those. Tasmanian Devil, I need it. It's gonna be flocked. Flocked Tasmanian Devil at that. That's gonna be a Walmart. Oh, I hate Walmart exclusives. Porky Pig, gotta get that. I love Chunkers. That's gonna be a Funko Shop exclusive, which are hard to fucking get as well. Another Marvin the Martian, but it will be metallic with a pop t-shirt, Target exclusive. And then Bugs Bunny Pocket Pop metallic with a pop t-shirt, another Target exclusive. I have found that Target exclusives are not too difficult to get, especially like online. They're not too difficult to get usually. If you try to go in the store, good luck, because they're shit. Target doesn't ever. I feel like Target. Okay, this may just be our Target. We only have one Target where we live, guys. Our Target sucks. I feel like their shelves are always empty. It always looks like shit, no matter what time we go in there. So if you're working at Target in Corpus Christi, Texas, where we live, you suck. You need to clean your store. Hate it. Like, I love Target in general, but the one here is just horrendous. I hate it. And if you're a manager there or a part of the management team, you suck it as well. Clean your store, organize your store, because you can never find shit in there. And I'm like, they're moving shit around all the time. Like, nothing is ever consistent there. And then when you try to find an employee, they look pissed off all the time. I'm like, I hate this place. That's me ranting, guys. And I'm used to living in Houston, where in Houston there's a Target in every corner. And so it was a lot easier to get stuff there. And so, yeah. What are your thoughts?
I don't like Target here. I'm not a fan. They never have cards or anything like that. But I'm interested in how Space Jam 2, like how the Funko Pops are gonna go. I'm probably gonna order a few, but I don't know. Funko, like, this movie has gotten so much like backlash. It's ridiculous. I don't know how it's gonna do or what. It's just been one of those movies that like has gotten a lot of like kind of like got a lot of kickback for it not being that dramatic. It's not that big of a deal, and the movie's definitely got a lot of backlash. Let's see how it does.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. LeBron James is very popular. I don't like him, but he's very popular, and so we'll see. And then Looney Tunes in general, I feel like it's just exciting because it's like a throwback, you know. So I'm excited to see. I'm gonna watch it, but I'll probably wait for it to be like, I don't know, like on HBO Max or streaming platform or something. I don't think I would go to a theater. Like, I don't know, like theaters are kind of like not happening right now anyway. So
I mean, I'm gonna go see the Demon Slayer movie on the 25th, so I'm excited about that.
You know what I am excited about? The Mortal Kombat movie that is coming out in 2 days. So the day that this podcast releases, guys, the new Mortal Kombat movie will be streaming on HBO Max, and I'm so excited because I'm off that day, and I might be sick at home in bed because of my COVID shot. So it will be perfect. I'll be able to watch it. I can't wait.
I'm probably gonna give it a try and see how I feel about it.
I am so excited for it. Like, I was obsessed with that movie. Like, I loved it so much, like the original.
I never saw the original.
I'm excited. Yeah, so that is it for this week's podcast. I bitched a lot about random stuff and because I'm cranky. And yeah, so that is it for this week's episode, guys. Thanks for listening. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please make sure you leave us a review. And also, you can catch us on YouTube. Our videos go up every Friday, the video podcast, and then I also post like random videos on Tuesdays. So those are like Pokemon card like pack openings, Funko mail, all kinds of cool stuff. So also David every now and then sends me videos that I post there as well. And then you can follow us on social media. All of our stuff is posted in the show notes. So until next week, guys, have a good one.